Hi, I'm Caroline Hiscox, NHS Grampian's Chief Exec. Mike and I haven't been able to coordinate our diaries this week to be able to do a Q&A, so I'm sorry about that, and I thought I'd quickly record a few updates and apologies therefore for the quality of this recording. So just briefly, I have been in Edinburgh for the past couple of days to discuss a few key national priorities. Some of you I know were at the launch of the Unscheduled Care Collaborative. So that is the national approach to understand how, as NHS Scotland, we are going to improve the position of being able to access unscheduled care. And I think it's really important that I share that with you for those of you that weren't there, because I continue to be astonished at how remarkable everyone working across our health and care pathways is, and the particular pressure that exists within our front door services, across social care, and within our specialties across a wide range of disciplines. It's starting to feel like summer from the weather's perspective, but from a demand perspective on health and care, I know it's not feeling any better. So National Collaborative launched last week, and we had over 20 colleagues at it to ensure Grampian is really well placed. Also been discussing planned care, so surgical services, diagnostics, and the real concerns around the backlog that we have and the impact that has on colleagues that want to be delivering these services and are constrained, and patients and families who are affected by not getting access. So ongoing discussions about how we can support getting people the interventions that they require as soon as possible. That's not going to be quick, and it's not going to be easy. A number of you have asked me about the Agenda for Change Pay Awards, and you won't have missed, I'm sure, the announcement of the offer of 5% that came out yesterday. So that will now go through that due process, but I know that a number of you were interested and waiting on that. And that's obviously on the backdrop of the increasing concerns that we are all feeling and will have to think about together as a whole country following the publication of the spending review for Scotland. So I've been chatting about these things with other board chief execs and senior leaders across Scotland and the Scottish Government. Hence, I've not been up in Aberdeen and unable to coordinate my diary with Mike. However, I have got a number of updates from the Q&A. So parking. A number of you have spoken to me about parking, and I have heard loud and clear that as we go back to work in different ways, parking is becoming more difficult. So I've followed up all the questions directly that have been asked about the university, etc. But in discussion with Paul Allen, who leads the Facilities and Estates team, I am pleased to say that Paul has agreed to undertake a review of parking access across the Forester Hill campus. Not an easy task, and so hugely grateful to Paul and the team for agreeing to do that. This will be done in consultation with you, with colleagues, and importantly take on board the learning that we've had over the past couple of years. Having said all that, I'm going to be really realistic and set out from the beginning that we can't promise that we'll suddenly make it better, and fundamentally there are too many cars to park on the Forester Hill site, so we're going to have to come up with a plan that we do our best to meet everybody's needs across the campus. But that work's going to be launched, and we'll let you know how you engage with it and the timeframes through the daily brief. And I absolutely do understand the distress it can cause trying to get to work and get parked. So a really important issue that I'm delighted we're going to move forward to make sure we're doing the best we can with the limited parking that we have. In the last Q&A, I was asked about the changing facilities in ERI, and in particular if seats could be put in to support the showering facilities in the yellow and pink zone. And again, really pleased that colleagues are looking into this, and they're going to get that work done as soon as they possibly can, which hopefully will make that environment better for colleagues to use before and after work. I was also asked, some of you might remember, about if it was possible for reception staff to receive more than the current allocation of blouses. And that was on a backdrop of concerns about cost of living and people's ability to, cost of living actually, and climate sustainability, and people's ability to wash uniforms and blouses. So delighted again that there is no issue with people getting additional blouses, and you just need to speak to your line manager to work that through. But that's there, and I went directly back to the colleague that raised the question. But for others that are experiencing that difficulty, then just speak to your line manager, and we'll work through that to do the right thing. So again, sorry this is really brief. Thank you again for your questions. Please send more in. They are hugely valuable to me to make sure that I am abreast of the issues that matter to you and what you're experiencing. And I know that we've had a number of colleagues have got in touch this week, and so I will track down Mike and we'll get another session done for next week. Thank you. Take care. Bye.